The FAA is investigating claims made by a Boeing employee who says the planemaker took shortcuts to ease production bottlenecks, trying to speak more slowly, for the 787 Dreamliner. In a statement, Boeing says the claims were, quote, inaccurate and don't represent the comprehensive work being done to ensure the quality and long-term safety of the aircraft. What do we know? What do we need to know? Well, let's find out. Bloomberg's Benedikt Kammel joins us now. He leads the team that covers this stuff for us here at Bloomberg. Talk me through the whistleblower claims.
So the whistleblower came out last night. He was on a conference call that we all listened to, and he essentially says there have been production issues on the 787. Just to remind people, there are two products essentially by Boeing: the 737 that we've written a lot about, that's the smaller plane, yep, and then the 787, the large wide-body aircraft. And it's in the production process of that plane that Boeing allegedly took shortcuts. You have to imagine these are big barrel sections that are stuck together, and wherever you have a joint, you will have small imperfections. So the engineers, the factory workers, have to fix those, have to find those. That's an arduous, long-term process, takes time, and that's the kind of time that Boeing tried to save, tried to rush these planes out of the door and didn't fix these imperfections in the way that they should have. As you say, Boeing obviously says not true. Yep. We have done this, we've followed due process and so on, but the allegation stands, and we saw the stock drop quite dramatically yesterday.
Look, there's very few people who can compete with Boeing on this front. Talk to us about the business read-through here in terms of need, in terms of backlog. How much trouble is Boeing actually in?
Well, the trouble for them is they have to maintain or regain control of the narrative, really, at this point. I mean, I think right now, as I said, it's a two-product company, and if you have problems on both of these fronts, both on the 737 and the 787, if you have the public, you have government officials asking questions, that is a real problem for them. They've already slowed down the output of their 737 quite dramatically. We had their delivery numbers yesterday. They're not great. And if they now have a follow-up problem on the bigger plane, that's going to be really dramatic. We heard from the CFO a couple of weeks ago that they'll have a huge cash drain in the first quarter. The question really is, at what point can they stop the bleeding on the financial side, and at what point can they really regain the trust of the flying public? And that's not to be underestimated.